In the face of increasing frequency and complexity across the threat landscape, coupled with the unavoidable imposition of new ways of working triggered by the coronavirus pandemic, it certainly doesn't feel like a year with a lot of upside. Budgets are threatened in the face of competition for spend from other areas of corporate infrastructure, at a time when the cyber threat demand is going through the roof as new policies get implemented. Sophisticated threat landscape, increasing regulations, economic outlook, and competition are placing significant constraints on enterprises' budgets and resources. With cybersecurity on top of everyone's mind, boards are getting increasingly skeptical and are demanding a stronger evidence between the annual cyber spend and the firm's risk posture. Meanwhile, the CISO teams are constantly adjusting to the latest industry trends around attack vectors, competing business priorities, and a constant demand for additional spend on people. Little effort is spent in creating the right level of documentation that demonstrate visible linkages between cyber investments and business value that can be measured and confidently communicated. Security assessments and maturity-based models, often a de facto standard for organizations to assess cyber gaps, do not always guarantee risk reduction within strategic and critical aspects of business. For the 21st century CISO, guesswork is no longer an option. Introducing CyberMinds Consulting's Business Threat Risk Analyzer Fabric, a unique approach to solving the corporate cyber conundrum. The fabric unifies context-driven methodology with data-driven framework to help organizations realign their cyber backlogs with controls that mitigate the most significant risks. Built on industry standards and common sense techniques, the fabric enables a top-down, business-aligned approach. So rather than rely on SOC and other operational platforms as a focal point for visibility for their cyber strategy, enterprises can perform end-to-end analysis across the entire business stack. By infusing business context, corporate leaders can confidently invest in modern controls that create sustainable, actualized value to the business. With documented traceability between critical business functions, infrastructure, threats, risks, and controls at a strategic and operational level, business, technology, and cyber leaders can take the ambiguity and guesswork out of decision-making and focus on predictive outcomes. The fabric's risk-based proactive approach can help enterprises reprioritize their cyber backlogs by targeting up to 70% reduction in inherent risks at same or lesser cost. Infuse business intelligence into your cyber plans with CyberMinds Consulting, where business meets cyber.